Most crypto failures look like fraud. They're actually something worse. We assume that when a startup takes millions in funding and delivers nothing, someone committed a crime. The founder lied. The team stole. Case closed. But Vaporware software announced with fanfare, funded with conviction, then abandoned or perpetually delayed, operates in a legal gray zone. It's not always a scam. Sometimes it's just a broken promise that nobody can prosecute. The pattern emerged early in blockchain. 2013 through 2017 saw dozens of projects raise capital on white papers, detailed technical documents, roadmaps with quarterly milestones, team bios with impressive credentials. Investors funded them. Communities waited. Years passed. The promised blockchain never launched, or launched broken, or pivoted so far from the original vision that early supporters no longer recognized it. What separates Vaporware from outright fraud is intent, or the absence of evidence against it. A founder might genuinely believe the technology is possible. They hire engineers. They spend the money. They hit a technical wall. They keep announcing delays. They pivot. They rebrand. None of this is necessarily illegal. It's just incompetence or overambition colliding with reality. The law has no charge for we tried and failed spectacularly, but there's a mechanism that turns Vaporware into something more sinister. Each time a project delays, early supporters, those who believed in the vision, hold. They recruit others. New money arrives on the promise that the original founders nearly delivered it. The Vaporware becomes self-perpetuating, not through deception, but through hope. The longer it exists unfulfilled, the more people are financially invested in pretending it still might work. This is the real explanation. Vaporware persists not because founders are always criminals, but because the incentive structure rewards the announcement more than the delivery. Announce a breakthrough. Raise capital. Miss the deadline. Announce a new timeline. Raise more capital. The cycle sustains itself. Accountability requires proving intent to defraud. Vaporware requires only a lack of results, which is remarkably easy to explain away with technical challenges and market conditions. The implication cuts deep. In crypto, Vaporware isn't a bug, it's a feature of how the ecosystem works. Projects can exist for years on momentum alone. Communities sustain themselves on speculation about what might arrive. Regulators struggle because nothing was technically promised in writing, or what was promised was vague enough to permit infinite reinterpretation. The system tolerates unfulfilled promises because proving fraud requires proving knowledge of impossibility at inception. Understanding Vaporware means understanding why so many crypto projects disappear or stall without criminal charges. It's not always dishonesty. It's often incompetence operating within a system that rewards visibility over delivery. The founders might believe. The community might believe. But belief and capability are different things. And in a market where announcement precedes execution, Vaporware becomes indistinguishable from strategy. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Subscribe for new deep dives into the forgotten projects and broken promises that shaped crypto, released every week. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research.